It's my busted ass. Oh shit. Oh fuck, dude, I killed my elbow. Oh shit. I forgot I was leaking power steering.
That was fucking
shit. There you go. Dude, that was kind of scary. That was kind of scary, dude. But just cruising. What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. So, ended the last video, the E30 video, a little early. I'm actually filming this the same day. But anyways, if you can see behind me, almost fell down. There is a large LMR box along with a bunch of other miscellaneous car parts. Lots of boxes from LMR. Reason being is because I picked up a new project car. Got an '89 Mustang. This is going to be the new project car. I picked it up from one of my buddies who sold it to me for a pretty decent price. So I'm going to do a quick turnaround video on this vehicle while this one is going into the shop. Still having that tuning issue and trying to get everything sorted out with it. But yeah, that's going to be the temporary channel project car since this one is going to go away for maybe like a week or two. But yeah, I've kind of always had a soft spot for these Foxbody Mustangs. I think they're pretty good cars. The goal for this one is just going to be an overall cruiser. As you can see, the interior is aged, of course. That's all factory from '87, aside for the door cards and the center console, which was redone. The seats were also replaced by the previous owner. So I might leave the seats as is and the door cards. I am going to replace the center console. This has it's just worn, it's dated. They all tend to rattle and flap around once they get a little old. I'm going to replace this. I got a factory Hurst shift knob. Going to be replacing that. As you can see, the mirrors are dated, so we're going to go ahead and throw on new mirrors, and as well as all of the molding and the seals. They're a little aged. It's an aged car, it's an 80s car. I got a bunch of parts I want to go over here in a moment too, once I'm installing all this. So hopefully afterwards I can end this video with a nice cinematic shot of the Foxbody all restored. Wheels are not too bad of a shape. It still has the 4-lug setup. Later on I will go to the 5-lug setup, but not at this time. Factory ride height, we're going to go and lower it down a little bit. I always like my cars low. This one's going to sit very low. But yeah, it just needs to be a little bit lower. Now, taking a look under the hood, the previous owner did do a AC bracket delete, or AC delete bracket, kind of like I did on the 2J. I'll put that link in the description as well, but it's already installed in here. What I am going to do, if you can actually see from the puddle that's on the ground, power steering pump is leaking and whining whenever I drive it. So it seems to be leaking from this fitting here, but I got a whole new power steering pump with the lines. Came with the Optima red top, which was nice. So similar to the setup that I have in the E30, I keep bringing up the E30 because it's very good reference. I'm doing very similar work. The fan needs to be wired. There's no relay, or the relay that was installed in here isn't that great, so I got a new relay from LMR. But yeah, I'm basically going to rewire the cooling setup to like I have in the E30, where you have a thermo switch. This one's going to go in the filler neck from Chase Bays, but I'm going to use a thermo switch, and the thermo switch is going to go to its own independent relay where it's powered by the battery, and of course one ground. But these are really simple setups. The fan that's in that one is the same Mishimoto fan that I'm running on the E30, so gonna have some same parts in different cars. Aftermarket aluminum radiator, so that's pretty nice. I might end up relocating this to the factory location. They did put a nice big air filter on. This is one from just O'Reilly's, but factory airbox location was inside the passenger side fender well, where I might route this to clean up the engine bay. Maybe. Airbox or factory air intake tube has a hole drilled into it with some duct tape over it. I'm going to replace that. I'm going to return it back to the factory setup for the PCV valve. I do have a new PCV valve. There's a grommet that goes on the upper intake manifold, and that's just not there. It's smoking out. So I'm going to route those vapors back into the upper intake manifold. Has an antenna delete. That's cool. Doesn't have an antenna anymore. I'm going to replace this Cowl plastic molding, wipers. I like the Cowl hood. That's kind of cool. It might need to be retouched with paint in one spot. Maybe not. It just needs to be washed. I think I saw it on that side earlier though. Yeah, door trim is all a little aged. So going to be replacing this, especially the trim along right here. There's just some damage from time. Power windows, or mirrors, excuse me. This one actually does work, but it's all faded. I'm going to replace both sides evenly, so I'm going to replace the mirrors. I am also going to replace the quarter window trim. This is actually an aftermarket kit from American Muscle. I actually bought more, so this is the OE original window seal. In order to replace this, you actually have to replace the whole quarter window. I opted for just getting the over kit where you just put it over it. I don't think it looks too bad, and it saves on cost. As far as the inside goes, it does have power windows and door lock actuators, but the motors are, well, it doesn't work, so I'm assuming the motors are out. I ordered new motors. I'm going to be changing those out. It's missing these little lock peg things, or the guy who reupholstered it didn't add one on this side. I don't know why, but I'm going to have to find a bezel and somehow get that glued into place. Not sure, but yeah, little door lock actuator. It's supposed to pop right out there. This is the interior, of course. These vents, they actually do not remanufacture, so I had to go to Prestige Mustang and get new center air vents, because I guess the previous owner broke them whenever this dash was pulled, because it was pulled, I'm pretty sure. It looks like some interior work was put into this, but anyways, yeah, I found a parts car at Prestige Mustang, and they were happy enough to pull off their parts car air vent and ship it to me. Sitting in the box, one of those mini boxes back there. Back seat's pretty good condition, not too bad. I did buy some trim pieces for the hatch. Also, whenever the door card was reupholstered, man, this is dirty. Whenever the door card was reupholstered, there's not any clips on it anymore. There's just two retaining screws that are holding this in, I believe. I'm going to go ahead and find a way to add back the factory clips so this sits flush with the door. I think that'd be a very clean look if I can just get it. It's there, but it's not all the way there. It just needs a little bit of work. Front bumper and fog lights are definitely showing age. I did buy a new front bumper and fog lights, so this is going to be fixed as well, and I'll get it paint matched. Also have new 3-piece headlights. They came with the car. They just hadn't been installed. The headlights aren't in horrible condition. They don't look bad, but some of the trim is falling off over here. I'm just going to replace them. I have them over there. Might as well install them. Also, one thing I noticed, if I can get the camera to focus, I'm using a new camera, so it's nice getting to be able to use this thing. If you can notice the exhaust manifold bolts, I'm missing a few. There's not one all the way back there. Focus. There you go. Yeah, there's not one right there, and I'm missing all of the one at the very front. No bolts. So I got new manifold bolts. I actually think I might change out this the factory shorties. I might change them out with some BBK shorty headers. We'll see. We'll see. I didn't buy them yet, but it's definitely on the table for me to do. But yeah, that is the new project car in a nutshell. I think I walked over most of everything. Yeah, but while that one's in the shop, I'll switch to the GoPro and I'll film whatever I work on this. I'm probably just going to tackle it all in different times, hopefully over the course of a week. So I'll try to get it knocked out. I am going to switch to the GoPro. I'm filming on a DSLR right now, so there might be a small drop in quality, but I just like filming with the GoPro better because I can drop them and get oil on them, and I don't care about them too much. Alright, so the first part that I'm going to be replacing today is the starter. It's taking a little longer than usual to start, at least what I think for F-Body Mustang. So I'm going to go ahead and slap this in. It seems pretty self-explanatory. Came with a little wire, of course the starter. I'm going to disconnect the battery and slide up on underneath the car. Alright, so I hope you guys can see this alright. Here's the starter. It's on the passenger side of the vehicle. From looking at the new one, it looks like there's just two bolts that hold it in. Not sure what size there. That might be 13 or 14. One right here, and the other one is up on top. I'm going to go ahead and remove this, and of course the wires that go to the solenoid. So, right there. I'm going to take that off and then give you guys another clip once I pull it out. So I've already ran into a problem, clearance issue. I can't seem to get that top bolt on the starter. So what it's looking like I'm going to have to do is drop the catalytic converter right there, or just remove the exhaust manifold on the passenger side. There's just no room. I can't even get the pneumatic wrench in there. So, yep, I'll probably pull off something. I'll give you guys another update here in a moment. Alright, so I removed the spark plugs. It could do for some new spark plugs, so I'm going to buy some new spark plugs. And I'm actually glad I removed the exhaust manifold. The gasket was in pretty bad shape, so replacing the exhaust manifold with probably a set of new BBK shorty headers, a new gasket. But I guess what I did all this for is so I can access the starter bolt right there. And if you look at the wear pattern on this, I'll get a flashlight, you can probably see it better. But yeah, anyways, if you can see the carbon of how it is leaking out of the flange, or was leaking out of the flange right there, that was definitely an exhaust leak, leaking right onto the starter, so probably why it failed. So I'm going to go ahead and start unbolting on the back right here, and remove that final bolt that's holding it onto the bell housing. Alright guys, so here is the old factory starter, and here's the new mini torque one from PA Performance. It's actually from late model restoration. I'll put a link for this one in the description, but this is going to be a great improvement over the factory one. All it requires me doing is running one separate wire, and I believe relocating one of these. I'll show you guys how to do that right now actually. So I have the new mini torque starter bolted up to the bell housing. The next thing that I need to do is there are two 13mm nuts, and I removed them from right here. So this is going to be the starter power wire, and this is going to be the battery positive wire. I'm going to take this, it'll come out, and then move this one over to this terminal. So I'm going to stack those up, and I'll show you guys what it looks in a second, or what it looks like. Alright, so I've moved the starter power wire over, and with this open terminal right here, what I'm going to do is take this trigger wire that was provided in the box and run the trigger wire from right here. I'm going to run it with the starter power wire, so I'm going to run it on this one right here. I'm going to run it all the way over, and the trigger wire is going to go, I hope you guys can see it, but the trigger wire is going to go right here. Looks like there's a connection for a female plug-in. I might use that and modify the trigger wire that they gave me. And then the starter power wire right here goes to this very top fitting. Unfortunately the hole is a little small, so I'm going to take a 3/8 drill bit and then just make it bigger so this can slip right here. So I'll show you guys once I'm done with that. Alright guys, so that is what it looks like whenever it's properly installed. I have the trigger wire and I just kind of ran it right where the starter power wire is along the loom. I just kind of zip tied it all around, and again, that is how it is supposed to be connected. Trigger wire on one, and then the power, and then the starter power wire on the same terminal. Alright, so for the time being, I'm kind of finished up on this side of the vehicle. What I'm going to do is I need to address this exhaust leak and go ahead and reinstall the exhaust manifold, but I'm not going to go back with the factory one. I got some new headers from LMR. This package kind of funky. I've never seen this like weird spray-in foam. That's what it almost looks like. Interesting. Anyways, got some new headers with gaskets. I wish they were MLS gaskets like I have on the 2J, but they're not. They're just composite gaskets, but it'll be better than what was their factory. And then some new hardware. Alright guys, so I went ahead and got the exhaust manifold on the passenger, well, the driver's side, and then the passenger side all bolted up and taken care of. It's bolted to the catalytic converters. I'm going to retain those for now. The next thing I want to work on is the power steering pump. It's been leaking ever since I got the vehicle, and it whines whenever I drive it. So we go and replace that, and it shouldn't take too long, I hope.
Brought to you by Coors. Should be good.
Once the whole thing drops, it'll come out. If not, we can jack it up and then fuck with it then. Let's just try these two right here.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah, maybe I'll put some new like bearing grease on it. That goes straight into the.
Unless that's grease.
Yeah, that's what it slides on. I'll put different grease in that at least. Here.
My bad.
Very good. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to do is this factory fan relay right here for, I believe this is a Mishimoto fan. It's not really working, so from late model restoration, got a electric fan controller with a different relay, so we're going to wire this up. Show you how to do that right now.
Okay, Way, just fucking rip that shit out, Way. Oh, it wasn't even grounded.
No, maybe, you know, maybe that's why the fucking fan wouldn't come on. Wish you brought your snap-on drill.
I do have it.
You do have it?
Oh, my drill? Oh, I have a drill.
You don't have a drill bit attachment?
No.
This is fine. This will work.
Really? That's it?
Yeah, it's color coordinated. Use a yellow one. Use a
Okay.
yellow crimp.
That was like barely anything.
Oh, I squeeze it down, dude. It's crimped. Okay, so I mounted the relay over here in the spot where the old nasty relay was routed. The red wire went to the starter wire right here. This is going straight to the battery, and then here's my starter trigger wire that I did on the high torque mini starter earlier. Now we're going to continue wiring the fan itself. These probably go under. So before we secure it down. Oh yeah, you see those tabs? Just one tab, huh?
Only one. I gotta pull it off.
Oh no, there's two.
You see it?
So update, the Foxbody's running. We're driving on the highway right now. Show them the clutch. There's no clutch. So basically, the clutch cable snapped while we were driving, and now we're stuck in an endless loop, and we're out of beer. So and we're out of beer. So the move is, I live in a gated community. The move is to try to get it back in the garage without turning the car off and staying in first gear. So we'll see how that goes.
Whichever one, get ready for it, right?
So you want to pull up to the front gate?
Yeah, pull it to the front gate. I'm trying to go as slow as possible.
Okay. But are you going to take the back way?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go slow to the back.
Well, I think we should take the back way right off the rip.
All right, I'll just go ahead and take the back way.
Take the back way.
Because there's also intersections that I can loop around at.
Let's take the back way. And that's straight from the guard shack. I think this one would be the best move.
All right, just tell me when.
Stop and take it right at a very slow speed. Let me know whenever you're going as slow as you can.
All right.
Is that it?
Yep.
Oh boy.
You made it. So, I don't know what to do now. Probably should have thought this through. That's as low as I can get. Honestly, you could have just fucking walked.
Fuck you.
Let's go ahead and let me slow down. That's as slow as I can get.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. I had to go to the front gate and then ask her to open it so he could drive through. So far for a shakedown run, it failed. Failed the shakedown run. Oh boy. There we go. Woo! Fuck yeah, dude. So I'll fix the clutch cable and then I'll resume the video after that, because the 15-minute Foxbody video took a detour. Alright guys, so we're back. I ended up getting a new clutch cable from LMR because the reason I had to jump out of the moving car the other day is the clutch cable snapped. So I've kind of loosened it. I'm going to pop onto the car and get that taken care of. In the meantime, what I've done is I've fixed the front window trim and the rear window trim, so this looks rather nice now. I need to do the sunroof seal still, and then the inner door seals, and then after that, we're pretty much all done. The vent needs to go in. Nice little Hurst shift knob setup. Did a center console delete. This one was just a little bit janky, so that's been done. Windows are fixed. Just little things here and there need to be fixed, but I'm gonna go ahead and jack the car up and try to take care of that today. Alright guys, so I don't necessarily remember the last thing that I filmed. I think it might have been the clutch cable. I think it was the clutch cable. I got that fixed yesterday. I didn't film a whole bunch of that. I have a buyer that's interested in the car already, so I'm just doing some quick work to it, and then I'll do like an all-around once-over. Doing some door weather stripping right now. The old one, I already got the old one off. It was just kind of not too terribly aged, but I mean, I already bought the door seals, so why not install them? But yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'll probably provide another update here in a moment whenever I get around to it. Door seals are super easy too. I didn't even have to take off this A-pillar trim. I can kind of just push it in there. It seats rather nicely. Easy work. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. I have to get out of the car for this. I'm gonna try to get a good camera angle of it, but yeah, basically this I'll cut right here, leave a little bit over, put some black Permatex right there, and then that door seal's done. Put on the plastics, and I can move to the other side, and then this car's really almost done. I didn't do a whole lot to it, but enough to get it right. If you can tell, I like Mustangs. Hopefully that stops some of the wind noise. Seal came out nice. Not too bad. Hell yeah. Now I just gotta do the other side, and then might do the sunroof, I don't know. Alright guys, so here is the Foxbody. I have my garage closed because my neighbor is pressure washing out there, so sorry if the audio is a little off. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go and say I'm done with this car. I don't know if I got a good clip in of me filming the front bumper installation. Honestly, I don't remember. But installed that. That's painted. I just got done doing the door seals, but I'll do a walk around of the car. I know this video is kind of quick, but try to get as much filming as I could have got out of it. Small mismatch on the paint, but I just took this to Mako. It was like 250 bucks to get this painted, and then I did plan on wrapping the car, but now I might get rid of it, fund other projects. But hopefully you Mustang guys like this. Interior, pretty decent. Fixed the door cards. The door cards were flapping around a bit, so those are all nice now. Her shift knob was installed in there. Radio. Not too bad. Door seals came out nice. Rear hatch, didn't do much back here. Not much at all. Got new shock covers, shock strut covers if you can see them. SV center caps, new N555s have good life left on them. Door handles are replaced, nice metal ones. I think I filmed that. Windows. But yeah guys, this car is pretty much all done. I'm not too good at doing these outros, kind of awkward, but yeah, if there's any content that you want to see in the Foxbody, comment down below and I'll try to make it happen. I don't know how much longer I'll have this car for. It's a pretty fun little flip project car, got it from my buddy. Maybe I can get some good rolling shots of it, that'd be pretty neat. Maybe a burnout or two. It'd be cool to take to the track, but it's slow. It's a factory 302 motor. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, and then I'll be back with Corvette content coming up soon. It's in the shop right now, getting a little bit of work done. We're gonna do some cool two-step stuff with that, so stay tuned, and thank you for watching.